Hello, I'm Lamar L.A. Smith, and welcome to Inside 380. Today, we will be talking about, are the Cowboys for real? Where's KD? UK and LSU in the Bayou. The Sprint Cup chase. Gerard Mayo and Stephen Ridley out for the year. And the MLB playoffs. Because we have the ALCS and we have the NLCS on the way. First, I will talk about the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 5-1 thanks to DeMarco Murray. 670 yards, the leading rusher in the NFL, along with 111 yards per game. And he's basically gone beast mode. He's basically looking like some guy by the name of Adrian Peterson. So, I don't know what's possessed him, but it's working. And when you have a solid run game, it has a caliber quarterback, a high caliber quarterback is Tony Romo, who's really, really, really talented, helps him make less mistakes. Because when you keep handing the ball off, there's less throws that he has to make, and then it keeps the defense on his heels. They beat the Seahawks 30-23 in CenturyLink Field in Seattle. With the crowd noise, with the 12th man, everything not going their way. They had a block punt return for a TD on them. It was down 10-0, but yet they find a way to come back. 30-23 was the final score. DeMarco Murray had 29 touches for 115 yards, including the 15-yard TD that put them up for good. So, and Rolando McClain made the game-winning pick that put the game away. So that's just as much as you can say about the Cowboys. They've played well. They're number one in the NFC East, and the fact that they haven't been mediocre like they're used to be is a testament to how their season has been thus far. DeMarco Murray. That's all I can say for you. DeMarco Murray. That's a star for you. Back in the D. Inside 380. We'll be back. Hello. Inside 380 is back. This time we're talking about KD. I'm talking about the Durantula. I'm talking about Baby Ice. I'm talking about the Slim Reaper. KD is out 6 to 8 weeks thanks to a Jones fracture in the base of his small toe in his foot. And it's really a stress fracture because it happens over a time because you're stressing the bone in your foot. And when you think about it, KD has played the most minutes out of any athlete in the NBA since 2007 when he was drafted, as well as the fact that with KD originally was going to play for Team USA in the World Championship, but if he did that, he probably would have hurt himself even more. And the fact that he did that was smart and can prolong any problems that he may have in the future because he made that smart decision. KD averaged 32 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. And the fact that he also averaged 35 points and 6.3 assists per game during a stretch where the Thunder were 20-7 without Russell Westbrook before the All-Star break, as well as the fact that you have KD who had 41 straight games with 25 points, including a dominant performance versus my Heat late in the season when it was getting close to playoff time. So with Kevin Durant, you miss a guy like him. Just let Westbrook be Westbrook. He's going to win you some games. He's going to lose you some games. But right now, he's your best option. It's funny how a team that's supposed to be a contender looks even more interesting now. How will Westbrook play? How will Ibaka play? How will Scott Brooks fluctuate the rotation? And how will everyone take on their new roles without their 2014, the real MVP, KD, the Durantula, Slim Reaper, Baby Ice. That's Inside 380 for you. We'll be back with the next segment.
Anything he wants. Anything. Here comes Larry. Johnson knocked that ball away. Time getting deep. KD way outside for three. He's got it! He's got it! Thunder on the high side with 1.7 seconds remaining. Durant with 51 points, and the Thunder with the lead here in second overtime.
Look at that look. Don't mess with me.
Memphis has had an answer all night. A quick 6-0 run. Allen got a piece of that one. Almost out of bounds somehow. Durant lets it go. Are you kidding me? No! Kevin Durant! A chance at 4.
Yes, clearly a three. Unbelievable.
Hello, it's Inside 380, and we're back with UK versus LSU. This weekend in the Bayou, LSU was favored by 9 points, and it will be a game predicated on defense. Defense? We're playing defense. Yes, defense. LSU has been known to be a powerhouse on the defensive side of the ball, along as with their SEC West counterpart, Alabama. And LSU, their defense hasn't been as stout as it used to be. And UK's actually is getting a lot better. And that's thanks to the strong year by their two senior defensive ends, Bud Dupree and Zadarius Smith. Not last week, but before their UL Monroe dominant victory, Bud Dupree had the game-winning pick 6 versus South Carolina, which was their second consecutive SEC win, as well as the fact that you have a defense that had 2 picks, which led to 2 touchdowns last week. Now you have it whereas they have way more picks than they had last year. Last year, their secondary only had one pick, and they've had more picks than that in their last game in the secondary than they've had all year. So their team is just getting better. They're forcing much more turnovers. LSU is much weaker. They're 5-2. We're 5-1. If we win this week, you're looking at a homecoming showdown. UK versus the best team in the nation, Mississippi State. That's one to watch for you. But I got UK winning the Bayou. It's going to be tough. It's LSU. The Tigers always get hot down there in the Bayou, but I have faith in UK football this year. Expect a W. I'm going to go on a limb and give you a rough score for that game. 27-20 UK. We're back after this break. Welcome to Inside 380. We're back at the break, and this time we're going to be talking about Kevin Harvick and his win at the Sprint Cup race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And right now, Kevin Harvick is 7 points back of Joey Logano, who's the chase leader right now. You have you have multiple time and dominant Sprint Cup winner Jimmy Johnson, who won 6 of the last 8 Sprint Cups, who's 57 points back and number 11. And then, most importantly, after the race, you had Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin, who got in an altercation. I don't know what was going on, but you can't have that in NASCAR. That's just unacceptable. But right now, instead of getting too much into that, you have Joey Logano, who's the lead. You got Matt Kenseth, who is number 8. Kyle Busch is number 2. You have Kevin Harvick at number 3. I wouldn't sleep on Jimmy Johnson. You have the gap is so small. 57 points at number 11. That's just one race. Now we're in the elimination round of the chase, and it's only going to get harder and harder. And if Joe Johnson wants to make the next round, he better step it up, because four four racers get eliminated every round. And he's at number 11, so he'll get eliminated if he doesn't step his game up. But that's Inside 380 for you. NASCAR edition. And now we'll talk about Gerard Mayo and the Patriots. Gerard Mayo and Stephen Ridley are both out for the season. Gerard Mayo is out with a knee injury, and you have Stephen Ridley, who is out after tearing his MCL and ACL. Stephen Ridley is a starting running back and has really helped solidify a running game for the Patriots, considering Benjarvis Green Ellis, who used to be with them a couple years ago, was probably their most prolific running back in a minute. It was all Tom Brady. That's basically all they had. Now, Shane Vereen will get some more reps, and he'll do pretty good, but you definitely don't want to lose a guy of Stephen Ridley's caliber. And then you also lose Gerard Mayo, defensive captain, your best linebacker. He's the heart of that defense and the strength of that interior, along with Vince Wilfork up at front. So you're losing a great caliber player right there, and that puts more chinks into the armor to a Patriot team that looks more vulnerable this year than they did last year. Tom Brady had a great game last game, but I wouldn't put anything past the Patriots. They need to get it together. That's Inside 380 for you. I'll finish up with MLB next. We're going to finish off Inside 380 with the MLB playoffs. First, you have the Royals. The Royals are up 2-0 versus the Orioles. Their game got postponed today. And now you have it as Mike Moustauskas has four career home runs, which is just as many as Jimmy Fox, Mike Schmidt, and Carl Yastrzemski, who actually was the last person to have a triple crown before Miggy Cabrera. Then, after that, you have the Cardinals, the first team to go to 4 straight league championship series since the Yankees did from 98 to 2001. Also, Alex Gordon is the first Royal to have 3 RBIs since Darryl Motley in the Game 7 of the 1985 World Series versus the Cardinals. The Royals have also won 9 straight games in the postseason since the 85 World Series.
Fly ball well hit to right.
And
Calhoun is back.
They haven't won 9 straight games since the 85 World Series. And you also have the Royals, who also have won four extra inning postseason games this year, which is the most in a single postseason in MLB history. This is the postseason of history, basically. You have great bullpen. You have Greg Holland, Wade Davis, Kelvin Herrera. You have Alex Gordon. You have Mike Moustauskas. You have Jimmy Butler. You have Billy Butler batting for you. Just have a hot team at the right time. The Cardinals, Colton Wong hit a game-winning and walk-off home run versus the Giants in Game 2. A game where Pablo Sandoval had the bases loaded at the top of the ninth, 2 outs versus Menes, and he screwed up. Simple as that. So, both series are going to be competitive. You got 1-1, and you have the Royals who are up 2-0. Now, my World Series is probably, I'm going to say, a stretch, I don't know, between the Giants and the Cardinals. Even though I don't like that the Giants beat my Nats, I'm going to say the Giants, and I'm going to say the Royals right now, who are up 2-0. I think the Royals are going to win the World Series. Just a flash in the palm for you. Now, that's Inside 380 for you with Lamar L.A. Smith. I'm out. Inside 380, episode 12. We'll be back.